Welcome everyone to the Learning Tube. This is Ava, and today we're going to be having a Q&A session where you can ask any questions that you have based on anything that you need answered. So drop your questions in the chat question area so we can answer them for you. You know, we like to go through the Learning Tube Facebook group just to see what's going on in there. If anybody has any questions that they have asked in there too, remember that's a place that you can drop any questions that you have, make a post letting us know what's going on in your business. You can do so in the Learning Tube Facebook group. I trust that everyone here is in that particular group so that you can just benefit from being in there as well as asking any questions that you have. Just in case some persons may not know of this feature in the group, you can sort your posts that you are seeing based on most relevant. Those are the ones that Facebook decides are most relevant, I guess, based on the interaction that they get. If you click on it, you can sort by newest activity. Here in newest activity, it's based on comments that were made or likes or any interaction with a post. So if there's a 3-year-old post in the group and somebody comments on it, you're going to see it in newest activity if you have sorted your posts like that. New post, self-explanatory, it's showing you all the new posts based on the most recent. So here you realize based on most relevant, it's showing the reminder that we always post in the group for you to attend the session, and you see another post here. But when I change it now to newest activity, it so happened that my post is the newest one too. It just happens to be that way, but it's not necessarily that way all the time. It shows that you guys are not interacting with the posts that are in the group. And of course, new post, I guess it would be the reminder post again. So this isn't the best example with those 3 options, but you get the drift. If you're in a group that's very active, then you would see many changes occur. So remember, be active in the group. Participate, comment, so that we can know what's going on in your business and you can ask any questions there as well. All right, so we tend to post some tube tips. So let's see what the tube tip was for this week. And we have a tool of the day here, Google Keep. How many of you are using Google Keep? It's an application that a lot of people don't really know about and know the benefits of it. So if you aren't using it, you need to start using it like right away. So here we see Google Keep is a note-taking and organization app that allows users to create, categorize, and color code notes, lists, voice memos. It syncs across devices and integrates other Google services as well. And as a freelancer, you can use it to jot down your ideas, manage different lists. You can collaborate on it. So suppose you have a list and you want to share it with others, you can use Google Keep. You may be saying, but why can't we use Google Docs? Why can't we use Google Sheets? It's just another form of being able to get things done and have things organized. It's basically nicer to use this particular application for certain things than the other ones that we mentioned. The other ones are more for document preparation, but this one specifically is for managing notes and things like those and getting things done. You can create checklists on it, and any notes that you have, you can actually check them off so that you can know that those things were done. So if you're not using Google Keep, it is an application that you need to be using right now. You see, you get it at keep.google.com. All right, so you can check that out there. Okay, so let's move on. Let's see which questions may be posted. All right, going through. All right, let me see. So remember, drop any questions that you have in the chat so that we can get them answered for you. All right. So question here, does Keep help you with tab organization? No, Keep is not going to help you with tab if you mean like your regular tabs in the browser. That would be something different. Keep is going to be organizing you with what you create in Google Keep itself, or you share document links in there and things like that. So that's what Keep is really doing.
Hey,
Are there
Ava.
any? Hi, hey, Lorette. We are here getting some questions answered. I see you were able to join.
Yes, sorry, technical. I don't know what's happening,
Yeah,
but
we
I'm
know
here.
how it goes, but you're here, so you're right in time. Better late than never.
Like,
So
never.
I'm gonna throw on this question to you then, since you're here. Someone is asking, are there any specific blueprints or templates to create more detailed AI prompts?
Specific blueprints or templates to create more detailed. I mean, there's so many different prompts out there. You can go, if you've ever been to Etsy, they sell tons of prompts out there. And I think it's also just training and understanding what you're asking for. So of course, the more detailed that you are, the better response that you're going to get. So, my experience is that I've just been practicing with it more and going through other people's training, seeing other prompts that are out there, which has made me better at creating prompts.
Yeah, and
So,
then yeah.
and it's such a broad thing, like how to make detailed prompts for what? So a detailed prompt for grant writing, a detailed prompt for blog writing. Like there's detailed prompts for all types of things. But I think it's, you can go out and buy some prompts, or you can just get better at what you're doing by making sure that it's capturing everything that you need it to capture. Like instead of saying, write me a blog post, like you got to be, I need a blog post about this, like the different things that you want it to output. Okay. Where do you find AI prompts to buy from a store? You can just go to Etsy and type in AI prompts, and they're all over. There's a ton of them. Make sure to look at the reviews, and sometimes they give samples, like they show previews of what they are, because I bought prompts on Etsy. Some I bought were great, and then some were not good. So, look at the reviews. But a good thing about it is they're all very low price. The ones that I bought were like $2, $5. I don't think I bought anything over $10 for buying some prompts.
And also, as Lord was saying, you yourself can feel things out, right?
Right.
Tell the AI exactly what you want it to do. So the more vague you are, the more generic a response is going to give you. So you
Right.
have to ask it exactly what you want. If you are not getting what you want, tell it, hey, no, don't include that information. I want to know more about this, or I want to know more about that. So just play with it, as Lorette is saying, and until you're getting the type of responses that you want from it. So you know the saying, as they say, practice makes perfect.
Perfect.
So play
And
with
so
it.
Sonia is actually on here, and she is a master at prompts. She actually sells prompts. Don't you sell some prompts? You used
Yeah,
to
she
have them on
does.
Etsy now. Let's share your links and we can put it up. And then she was also saying the more time you spend with it, the better you become. Yep. So
Hmm.
I know that has been a proven fact for me. The more time I ask it, the better I become of becoming a quote unquote prompt engineer.
But what happens is some people, once they get the info from the AI, they just accept it. So, okay, that's what it gave me. But
Right. No,
you can ask more of it. You want more to be done. So that's what
exactly.
you need to
If you
remember.
don't get the results that you want, you can fix it. Just like Ava said, you can ask it for more. You can tell it, don't do this or do more of this. So you talk to it just like you're talking to a person and get what you want out of it.
Exactly. Let it know that you're not doing a good job. Give me something else. Don't
Right.
just be accepting. There's no one answer. And when you rephrase what you're asking the same thing, but you just ask it in a different way, you're gonna be surprised at the different results that you get. So Sonia, we're looking out for your link. Post your link so that we can show persons where they can get prompts if they want it.
Yes. And Frankie, you were asking what criteria do you use to determine whether a prompt is good, great, or garbage? Well, it really depends on the output that comes from it. So for example, if you want to get a blog post written, you're saying write a blog post about dogs. That is so broad. That's just going to get you a very generic blog post about dogs. But if you see one, I would like a blog post about golden retrievers that are, purebred, live here, do this, that, whatever. Like the more detailed that you are, the better output that you're going to get. So you can usually tell if a prompt is good or not, and you can test it out to see the results that you get from that prompt.
Definitely. So here we have one of our learning tubers sharing her Etsy
So yeah,
store with
yeah,
her
she's
product.
actually part of AI experts and you're part of our AI consultant training as well. Sonia is one of the fastest action takers I've ever met. We talk about something and she does it. And then she keeps learning more and expands on it and just takes and runs with it. She's amazing as far as getting things done and doing and action taking. And so here she does a lot of prompts. And so she sells prompt guides on Etsy. She has them on her website. She does little workshops like webinars. She's just doing so much stuff. So this is an example of doing some. So scroll back up though to the top. It's more the AI stuff, the prompt guide. And look at that. She's already getting ready for the holidays. So Sonia is on top of things. Yes. So she was also mentioning it's best to outline your question before you ask it so you can get more info. Yeah. So let's see, you can see those are her prompts and she sells them for $5, which is pretty much standard of pricing if you'll see people selling prompts on Etsy. So this is one example, one of our students. So definitely check that out. She's got some great prompts. And then if you just go to Etsy and you type in prompts, you can type in like Midjourney prompts, ChatGPT prompts. You can do specific types of prompts that you're looking for as well. Like I did one that was marketing prompts. You can do sales, different thing like that. ChatGPT prompts for teachers, for content
Yeah,
creators.
and see, it's telling you these are things that people have searched for. So if you're even not even sure what to search for, once you start typing in something, they are letting you know, hey, people have searched for similar things like that. So regular search options
And,
and feel it out.
and Stony, am I looking at you at 53 sales already? Is this from your prompts or did you just launch this store or have you had it for a while? Did you just recently add the prompts to the store? Or where are these 53 sales coming from? Are these new? Congratulations on your 53 sales. That's great. Okay. So I hope that answered your questions on where can you get prompts. There's an answer right there. All right. Let's see what other.
All right, so there's a question at the top, Lorette, about Etsy and Jamaica. Let me read it for you. So according to the print and demand session you had, I tried to open an Etsy account to get started. It doesn't seem to allow a Jamaican to open an account. Is there a workaround around that?
I don't really know that answer. I mean, I don't know. Does anybody else know that answer? Maybe you can ask support. Did you already contact support? What did they say? That's the first thing that you always do is contact the support department to see what they say. But I don't know
And
the answer.
sometimes workarounds maybe if you know someone in the particular
Right,
country
right.
that it's allowed, you do through them, but you're the one who is populating the store and doing certain things. So those
Yeah,
are
work in
possible
partnership,
workarounds. Yeah,
right? In
work with
partnership with
someone
somebody
who's
else.
able to, yeah.
So Sonia says that her 53 sales are mostly from prompts, just starting them 2 weeks ago. Congratulations. Congratulations. See, that's also a great example of taking action. So she had all these stuff and, now she's putting it up and using her knowledge to make some money. So congratulations on that.
Yep.
All right. Okay, what other questions do you have?
Right, so I see a question here by Eldon. Google has locked me out, same thing, well, of YouTube, saying that I'm blocking their ads. Why? Which I'm not in any way. Have never used any ad blockers. Any idea of how to fix it? Google has locked you out of YouTube. So you're saying that when you try to go on youtube.com, you're unable to go there?
I don't
And
understand.
yeah, I don't know of, yeah, that I've never heard of that. Of of being able to block ads that YouTube are showing. Do you mean the ads that they're showing in the videos? You're saying you're able to block those ads? They're saying you're blocking those ads? What are they saying?
I was saying use incognito, maybe.
All right, so you're saying I can't get there. You can get there, but can't run any videos. That's interesting. Not sure what. I would do a Google search to see if anybody has had that experience. Like, have you ever been locked out of watching a YouTube video? And what was the solution? You can never know. Sometimes the problem that you're experiencing, others have experienced the same, and they may have told you or written something that's a possible fix. That's the great thing about the internet. When you search, it's going to bring up the keywords of someone who had the same issue as you. So you can check that out and see if you can get that sorted out.
Right.
I've never heard that one though. Can you use ChatGPT without paying? Take that one, Lorette.
So yes, you can, but we don't recommend, I mean, you can, but it's $20 a month if you plan on using it a lot, which we use it every single day, and you should be using it every day as well. As you're an entrepreneur, a business owner, then it's totally worth $20. And then there's a lot of benefits from it that you don't have in the free version. So for us, it wasn't even a question of upgrading. And $20 is, you can afford that if you're making money and you're using it every day to help build your business. So you can, but it's definitely worth it and highly recommended to upgrade.
Definitely.
Yes. All right, like Sonia says, she uses it every day. It is so worth it. It's like, take my money, take my money. All right, let's see. What else is going on?
So I had started off by being in a group. Let me jump back in there. So I was telling them a little bit about Google Keep, you know, that it's good. What's been your experience in using it? Are you still using it, Lorette, Google Keep?
I kind of ventured away from it. I do like it though. There's not a reason why I moved away from it. It's still good, but yeah.
Right now there's so many options.
There's so many other options. I know.
Like what? We can't be using every single thing. So,
I know.
you know, sometimes you dabble a bit here and a bit there, a bit of this, a bit of that, a pinch of this, a pinch of that.
Yeah.
So Patty's saying she's loving Claude.
And why do you love it, Patty? Give us a little bit of background. Why do you love it? What do you love about it?
Yeah.
All right. What else we got here? So here, the next tip here was unplugging. That's definitely hard for me to do. I don't know if it is hard for you too, Ava, I know that. But just, you know, unplugging and disconnecting from work, it really helps when you're able to recharge.
What's that, Lorette? Unplug? What's that?
I know. I don't know. Like Sonia says, it's pretty much impossible. It's pretty much impossible.
I don't think I've ever unplugged in the last over 20 years.
I know. I told Alicia the other day.
Like, unplug?
It was like 2 Saturdays ago, and I actually unplugged for the entire, like I did not have my phone. When I went to the beach with the kids, we were out in the yard, like doing stuff. I was like, that was the best day ever.
What?
I know. Alicia was calling me. I had like 50 missed calls.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, it was very rare, but it was great. And I was like, I need to do this more often.
I guess I need to try that, right? Oh my gosh.
Yes. But the key is to not have your phone, like you can't have your phone with you. Because if your phone's with you,
I feel like I don't have my arm, Lorette. I feel like I don't have my arm.
But I was like, everybody I need to talk to is right here. I called,
my husband. That's true. No? You're right. So, and my family is small, so I could easily do that.
Yes.
Easily.
Yeah, everybody that's important or that you have to talk to is right next to you.
Could easily do that. I need to try that. Lorette, what would you do if I did that?
You know, I would call. I've done that before. I'm like, Ava, are you okay? Where are you? You haven't answered me. It's been 5 minutes. Are you okay?
I'd have to tell you that, hey, Lorette, I'm unplugging. I'm okay.
Yeah.
Don't worry.
You have to warn me because I will think that something's wrong.
Yeah,
okay?
Exactly. Definitely with me. Yeah, they're going to say, let's call the police.
Yes.
Get her. It's been a minute.
All right. Patty says, Claude, one of my tabs at all times. I don't keep Chatty up all the time. Claude has grown in me, and Claude is really good looking.
Oh,
all right. Patty.
Okay. Is it the same Claude?
Claude saved up to 200 pages more than Chatty, and I did mention good looking. All right.
Mhm.
I honestly haven't really used it. I
Yeah.
need to check it out.
I'm trying to remember if it has any restrictions with country. You know, some of these be accessible in all countries. I remember seeing something about Claude, not sure though. All right, so Eldon, you're mentioning that you are able to log in incognito, but you can't get history or subscription. Where subscription is concerned, once you're logged into your actual YouTube account, meaning with your Gmail email address and your password, everything is the same, whether it's incognito or not. Everything is the same. It's the account itself you're logging in. It's not the browser that is keeping certain things for YouTube. So not sure if that's what you mean. Because once you log into the account itself, anything you subscribe to, your recommendation area, everything should be the same. The only thing the incognito window wouldn't be keeping is any passwords and stuff like that. But once you're logged into the same account with your username and password, you should have access to everything just like you do on your regular browser, regular window. All right.
Patty's good question. Curious about Notion. I forgot about it. Is anybody else using it, and what are you using it for? So, just like how we were asking if you're using Google Keep, and I was like, there's so many things out there. So, Ava, I don't think you ever really got into Notion, did you?
No, I haven't. I only used it when like to access links that you or Alicia had shared in the
Right.
past, but to be honest, I have not gone down the Notion rabbit hole yet. Like, I mean, as I said, there's so many things.
I know.
I'm at the stage where, hey, my brain is saying, give me a little leeway.
I know.
There's so much.
But I always still, I know you laugh at me, I still deviate to my notebook.
Notepad. Yeah, your notebook. As I said, what's that? Notebook, right? What's
I know.
that? The only writing I
Mhm.
actually have to do now, Lorette, and if it wasn't for that, I would not be writing at all, is when I'm signing my credit card after I've done a purchase. That's the only writing I do, and my signature looks like it's out of whack, like my fingers don't know how to form whatever.
Yeah.
That's the only writing I do, just to make it, just to do a signature. I don't write at all. Completely digital. I don't own a pen. Luckily, they give you a pen to sign at the
Wow.
checkout, right?
Wow.
I don't own a
Wow.
pen. And I say it
Wow.
with pride. I own no pens, no pencils. I don't have any little kids running around doing schoolwork, so I have no pens and no pencils and no markers. Just my phone.
I do both. I do both. So is anybody using Notion? Alicia is trying very hard to use Notion. Out of all the different tools that we've used, Notion is the one that she's stuck with the longest. She usually doesn't stick with them long at all, but
Yeah,
Notion
she
is the
seems
one
to
that
like
she's
it.
stuck with.
Yeah, she's
She likes
using it.
Notion. Um,
Yeah.
Nobody else on the team has really embraced it too much, but
Mm-mm.
she's really trying. And we're using it for more projects, like using it within the team for how we're using it. I know Patty, you were asking, you're using it as a calendar. We're using it more for project notes, like when we have meetings and things like that, and for document organization, I guess is more what we're using it for.
Okay.
Lachelle is saying that she's trying to use it, trying to learn Notion. Yes.
Elaine is saying I couldn't be a justice of the peace if I don't use a pen. Definitely not. I don't own a pen, Elaine. I know what did I need to? I think somebody came to my house and they needed to write something. I said, I don't own a pen. When I used to teach, obviously I was writing a lot because I was marking
Yeah.
and I was doing stuff like that. But I mean, I haven't owned a pen in like, what's that now? Like 7 years? Like, not on a pen.
And I have all these pretty fun pens, like people
No,
buy me pens because they know I've got notebooks.
no pen. No pen.
But so maybe you know this one, Ava. My husband has an iPhone and needs to take notes and reminders. What's the best iPhone app?
No,
An
no,
easy one
no.
to
I
record.
am Android all the way.
Oh, I didn't know that.
No,
Okay.
I have no. I'll reserve my opinion on iPhone.
So needs to take notes and reminders. What's the best iPhone? Easy one to record notes. And does anybody else have an iPhone app that they use to help them take notes?
Yeah, we'd have to maybe
I
ask
mean,
Alicia.
I had the
I
one that
think
I
it
was
should
using in my,
come with, should it, I think they usually come with some good apps already
yeah,
built in.
it does come with a notes app, and then I used
Yeah.
one that was called To Do, the Todoist, I think
It's
it was
Todoist?
called.
Yeah, Todoist?
Yeah, I used
Yeah,
that.
there's one called that.
But those are the ones. That's the one that I used for my iPhone,
The thing
and I
about
liked it
notes
when
and
I used.
reminders, most of them are basically doing the same. Some may just do it in a prettier fashion, but it's the same. It's basically the same outcome. So you've seen one, you've seen them all.
Yeah. All
Uh,
right.
so
So Dory
Duri
says
saying,
I'm old fashioned. I still use paper and pencil or a journal, and I should be using technology more.
yes,
Yeah,
come on the no pen journey with me. No pen, no pencils, no
oh,
markers
Fiona.
now.
Fiona says Evernote. Yeah, so
Oh
Evernote
yes,
is a good one. I
yes,
use Evernote as well. And there's a lot of, like, I've heard nothing but good things about Evernote.
yes, that's true,
One of
that's
the
true.
Yeah, so that's a good one. I know you can do the recording, you can search your notes, you can do a lot of stuff. So
And they have
Evernote
an
is a good one.
extension
Yeah,
for it too, I think.
yeah.
Extension.
Thanks for reminding me about that, Fiona. I do
Oh
have
my
that on
gosh.
mine, and I use it as well occasionally.
Maybe not often enough to remember it.
Yeah, I know. Too many options, too many
Too
options.
many. Too
And oh,
many.
but you haven't used it, Fiona. Does anybody use Evernote out of curiosity? No? Or what are some tools that those of you that are on here, do you use tools? What are the tools that you use for your note taking and projects and things like that? It doesn't look like, except for Dury uses his old fashioned pen and paper.
Hmm.
Nobody else really uses any
But
tools.
when, as Patty was saying about reminders, I use my regular phone alarm as my reminder. Like I'm setting alarms throughout the day and make a note. With the alarms, you can make a note of what the alarm is about. So I would be lost without that right now.
I use the
I've
alarms
become
too.
completely dependent on getting an alarm. Like
I
because
do
we
too.
switch back because I switch back with the whole daylight saving time now that you're an hour, you're set the clock back, right? Yes. So if you work with people in different time zones, you have to like remember like what time is it here or there or where, everywhere. What application does uh, is affected by the daylight savings and which one isn't. Like it's so much. So I just set my alarms and I put my alarm forward or back depending on whatever time zone it is. I would be lost without my reminders right now.
Yes.
That's my go-to. I put the time, I can put the day. So if I need to remember something for Tuesdays, and let's say it's Tuesdays at noon, I remind myself in the morning, like early morning, like 6 o'clock, that hey, you have this to do at 12. And then I have another reminder say, hey, remember you have that to do at 12 because things can happen in the day and you totally forget that you have that to do. And of course, there's an alarm reminding me closer to the time. So I've been completely reliant on my regular alarm on my phone and put a note in there to remind me what I need to do. Sometimes simple works and it's
Yeah.
very simple, but it's very effective. Like sometimes I think one time I set an alarm and I forgot to put a note, and oh my gosh, when it went off, I was saying, oh my god, what am I supposed to do
Yes.
this? What am I
I'm like,
supposed to
what's
do?
the alarm
And
for?
I was saying, oh my god, think. I gave myself a headache. And I sat there, Lorette, and I like just rant what day, what time. And it came to me, and I'm saying, oh my gosh. And if I didn't set that alarm, I would not have remembered. So even though I
Yeah.
didn't put what it was, I had to try to run through my brain, like, what am I reminding myself of? And sometimes I forget to take off an alarm, and then it's reminding me, and I'm saying, huh? Oh, I did that already. So simple,
Yeah.
simple. So
Yeah.
Duri
I
saying,
do
me
that
too. I set my alarm for
too.
events and meetings. Yeah, the alarm, I find it to be so effective. Like, ah, yeah, Bianca, you have 4 alarms for something. Of course, because I have to
Yeah.
make sure that I remember. Because remember, if you have something to do and you don't remember, there is a chain reaction. Like
Hmm.
everything goes down. The ship goes
Yeah.
down. The ship
Yes.
literally goes down. So if it's a very important event, hey, I'm gonna have 5, 6 alarms reminding me, because as I said, things happen during the day that you remember the day before. The day of, something just threw you out of routine and you completely forget. So it's when that alarm goes off, you say, oh, yes, I have that today, right? And you think that it's so important that you would not forget that you have it. But the way our brains are, we just may forget. And sad to say, the older I have gotten, my memory is not keeping up with me as it used to. So you have to develop strategies to help you keep, remember, because we can't use the excuse that, hey, I didn't remember. I mean, sometimes we really and truly did not remember, but that excuse can't be used all the time, and it can be a costly thing not to remember. You can lose clients by not remembering because they need you to be a team member that they can rely on. So you need to do what you can to get yourself organized.
Yes,
Reminders
I
and
definitely
alarms
agree
are a
with you.
must. Yep.
Yeah, I definitely agree with you. I use my Google Calendar to put everything on there, and then I also have the alarms. I put alarms on my phone. We use Alexa. The kids use Alexa for alarms, for their stuff, and yeah,
Hey,
definitely
that's
helpful.
something I need to sort out, Lorette. I know Google Calendar is so amazing and everything, but for some reason, I've just not. I don't know what it is. Sometimes when there's just something that just eluding
Oh,
me.
you need to, Google Calendar
Yeah,
is very
I need
helpful. I
to.
put everything
I
on there.
need
You
to.
need to
I
use Google
know
Calendar.
it is, but that there's just something that's. I think what happened is that before I was in this whole freelancing realm, I think I messed up my one that's linked to my main email and such, and it's like if from that was messed up, I can't get it back to what it should be. But yes,
Oh,
I need to get on that
yes,
Google
you do.
Calendar because I mean
You
I'm
do.
sure that would just change my life, because I know that with that you can do your reminders and stuff. Because I used to use
Yeah.
it back years ago, but for some reason something got messed up and I just have not revisited it. I've just dependent on the regular phone alarm, but I know Google Calendar can do so much
You need
more.
to spend a little time and fix it.
Yeah,
It'll help you. It's
I
beneficial.
I need to.
Yeah.
So
So
Bianca is
Patty,
saying, yeah,
oh, go ahead.
no, just
No, I
saying
say
Bianca is
Patty
saying
was
the iceberg comes and kicks us
yes,
like Titanic.
it's true. It's true. So Patty was saying, I love Alexa. Also good to remind you to get up and move around or dance every half hour. That's a good one,
Okay,
Patty. That's a good one.
yeah.
Um, let's see. Reminders and alarms are a must-have, says Janique. Yes. Let's see. Fiona, Microsoft allows you to create notes, reminders, and sync across all devices through Microsoft
Mm-hmm.
365. Yes,
Yeah,
that's important, the syncing.
that's
Yeah.
true.
Elaine says, I use the alarm feature. It's very effective. Fiona says, I use notes with iPhone. Yep, so iPhone has that notes thing. Alistair says, pen and paper.
Come
Sonia
over
uses
to the
notes.
no pen gang, Alistair. No pen gang. Hashtag no
Sonia,
pen.
Sonia uses the notes in iPhone as well. All right. Okay, so nobody's using anything fancy, which I noticed. It's simplicity
Yeah.
is the
Ah,
key.
if it
And I
works.
think, yeah, and I think simplicity, when it's simple, you use it. So for
Yeah.
example, like Notion, I find to just be a little overwhelming. So therefore, I'm kind of not using it because I don't want to learn it because it's too much effort for me to learn it right now. I just like notes in iPhone, literally is just notes. It's just a
Mhm.
list of notes. And that's it.
Yeah,
So, whatever works for you to help you get organized for sure.
exactly.
Oh, Google Task Board. I don't know that one, Myra. Google
I don't know
Task
it
Board.
either.
I will check that
Google
out.
has Lorette, Google has so many products.
I know, I know.
Like, which is so many.
So many.
We're
All
so
right.
grateful to live in an era where we have so many choices with what
I
to
know.
use. Like,
It's
what?
true.
I don't think I could go to the caveman days, Lorette. I'd be like, oh my God, what's going on? That's a
It's
rock.
true. Okay, who else has any questions? What other questions, or what other cool tools are you guys using as well? Any other questions? What else is going on, Ava?
All right, let's jump back in the group. So here you have the tube tip. Tube tips. Guys, check out the tube tips. As you see, as Lorette was saying, unplug. Yeah, I'm not sure how to do that one, but let me tell you, Lorette. Let me tell you when I did unplug, and it was because I had to. I was on the plane. And I'm one of those flyers that even though, yes, they have, the Wi-Fi and you can use your device on the plane, I just don't think I should be. So I'm not having it on at all. So that's the only time I really unplug is if I'm flying. And that's something I hardly do. So it
And
doesn't
on the plane, they all have Wi-Fi. So like you said, you
I
can
know.
be plugged in, and I'm
I
always
know,
plugged
but
in on the
I
computer.
just don't like to. There's just something about me and, the whole, I just don't like to be plugged in when I'm on a flight. I know
Right.
everybody else is, but I just don't want to contribute to anything. So I just make sure that I'm not plugged in. But yeah, that's the only time I really was plugged out on the plane.
It's hard. It's hard. The only time I'm plugged out really is if I have no choice. Like I can't be plugged
Yeah,
in. Yeah.
uh, no choice.
All right. Yeah.
What do you have not
Okay.
no
What else
choice?
is happening in here? Bianca's always sharing her creative AI stuff.
Yeah.
All right.
AI's got talent when machine gets artsy and writes the next blockbuster hit. Look at that AI. With the, what do you call it again, Lorette? Oh, the cello. Violin.
Cello.
Yeah. Drums. That looks like some DJ. Oh, this is painting. All right. And it's all messed up with paint. Bianca, did you do these images with any of those image tools at Midjourney? I like them. I noticed that the robot has become now linked to the whole AI. If anybody's talking about AI, they have a robot.
Yes. Yeah.
The robot has become the norm. Okay, so you use Midjourney. Okay, so remember we said that the replays are in the group. Here I am talking about myself in third person.
So there's the wonderful Ava and her last training on tips on creating an online portfolio. So check
Check
that
it
out
out.
if you missed that.
Yeah,
Of course, if you're freelancers, that is something that you really need to have. Then
very
Ava,
important.
once again, in the next one, she taught you how to use
Yeah,
StreamYard.
that was
So
the last.
that
No,
is
not last week. Do it
a
for last.
great one. Yeah, a great one as well. So that
And
is
sign
using
up for
StreamYard.
StreamYard here
Sign up for it.
via
Yeah,
Alicia's link to support.
yeah.
All right, so Bianca, you use Leonardo.ai. Leonardo.ai, yes, that's one of the good ones too.
All
All
right.
right.
Okay, and then we do have a few people were asking about our print on demand program. So that is definitely going to be our next one. All we're doing is trying to put down a date, and we're trying to do it as soon as possible so we can make sure to take advantage of holiday print on demand stuff. So that is definitely the next one that we're going to be doing. So yes, it's in the works. It's in the works. That one's going to be so fun. I mean, to have the ability to create custom images and then do things like, making shower curtains and t-shirts, and we saw, Dennis is making wrapping paper, like all types of things that you can do. I just think that's so cool. And just doing images for your wall. I mean, you can make stuff for yourself, you can make stuff for gifts, you can sell things. I mean, there's so much possibility, and it's fun. Like, it's fun to actually do it. So yes.
Definitely.
So that is in the works, and I know you guys are excited about that. And Sonia, do you sell print on demand stuff? For some reason, I think you do. Do you? I don't remember. Okay, yes, Patty, definitely. I will make sure that you get that. All right. Does anybody else have any other questions? No? Yes? Okay. So Sonia was saying she's just getting started loading some things today. Yeah, for some reason I thought that you did. Because a lot of those images that you create are great for journals or
Yeah,
backpacks
they're
or,
really unique. They're really unique, eye-catching images.
yeah, you definitely need to turn that into print on demand stuff. You definitely have an audience for that. And you can also see that you have an audience for it because you have 53 people have been buying your prompts. So they're obviously interested and like the types of stuff that you're creating. So yes. Let's see. Paul, I forgot, but it's, so maybe you're in our freelancing program and you're asking for the Upwork training. So that's with the freelancing. So let me make sure that the new Upwork training is in there, Paul. I'll let you know. Sonia says she just became an arts ad reseller. What is an arts ad reseller, Sonia?
What is it?
I'm assuming you are reselling artwork. Not sure. Okay. All right. Okay, well, I think that is it. If anybody has anything else, you let us know. So Sonia says, I get to sell their products and sell mine at a lower cost to me. Okay, all right. Patty says, this was great. Claude and I think hands off, ladies, he's mine. Okay, Patty, we need to check him out. We need to check him out. Thank you once again, everybody. Thanks for being here. And if you have any questions, make sure to put it into the group. And then also, if you have anything that you want to learn more about, you know, that's how we got the Notion person, the Notion guy to come in and talk to us, because you guys said you wanted to learn more about Notion. So if there's something you want to learn more about, I know POD is one of them, print on demand. So we're going to do that. But if there's something else that you want to learn about, tell us and we will do it, or we will find somebody that can train about it as well. So before you jump off, think right now, if there's something that you want to learn about, that we can go find somebody. I think somebody asked us about finances, like as a small business owner, you know, how do you do that? Like, how do you manage your finances and taxes and accounting, bookkeeping, that kind of stuff for small business owners? Is that something you'd be interested in? What kind of things would you be interested in? All right. Okay, so let us know, put it in the chat, and we will talk to you next week. Okay, so Patty says she loves Evernote but would like to learn more. Okay, we can find somebody that's an Evernote wizard and see. I actually like Evernote, so I would probably enjoy that one as well. Okay, all right. Okay, everybody, take care, and we will talk to you next week. If you have something that you want to learn about, just let us know. Just post in the Facebook group, and we will get to that. All right, everybody, take care, and chat with you later. Bye-bye.
Okay, bye-bye.